যাব মানে এটা কি করছে এটা আমি টিসিএস এর এটাই দিচ্ছি
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Screen visible, students?
কিন্তু ম্যাডাম আমাকে কিন্তু চাবিটা নিয়ে চলে যাবেন স্যার
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে আসলে পর্যন্ত
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
আরে বললো না যে আমাকে কেউ ইয়ে করো না আমি জানি না আমি ফোনে ছিলাম তো বললো
So in today's class, we will be discussing about UML. So UML is an acronym that stands for Unified Modeling Language. Okay? So you can say that UML can be used to document object-oriented analysis and design results obtained using any methodology. Okay, so basically it is an simply put, UML is a modern approach to modeling and documenting software. In fact, it's one of the most popular business processing modeling techniques. What is model? So it is basically an abstraction of real problem or situation and is constructed by leaving out unnecessary details. This reduces the problem complexity and makes it easy to understand the problem or situation. So basically UML diagrams can capture many kinds of views, that is structural view, which is also called static view, behavioral view, which is of two types, that is functional view and dynamic view, users view, then implementation view and environmental view. So these are the different views of UML diagrams. So basically it is based on the diagrammatic representation of software components. As the old proverb says, a picture is worth a thousand words. By using visual representations, we are able to better understand possible flaws or errors in software or business processes. So UML was created as a result of the chaos revolving around software development and documentation. In the 1990s, there were several different types to represent and document software systems. The need arose for a more unified way to visually represent those systems. As a result, in 1994 to 1996, the UML was developed by three software engineers working at Rational Software. Okay. So it was later developed as the standard in 1997 and has remained the standard ever since, receiving only a few updates. So this Rational Software, this Rational Software name is Rational Rose. So in that software, it is actually a page software from in which we basically design the UML diagrams. Okay, so just next is, what is the use of UML? Why do we use UML? So mainly UML has been used as a general purpose modeling language in the field of software engineering. However, it has now found its way into the documentation of several business processes or workflows. For example, activity diagrams, a type of UML diagram. Just a second, students. So, mainly UML has been used as a general purpose modeling language in the field of software engineering. So, however, it has now found its way into the documentation of several business processes or workflows. For example, activity diagrams, which is also a type of UML diagram, can be used as a replacement for flowcharts. Okay, so when you have used flowcharts, so instead of using flowcharts, you can use activity diagrams also. They provide both a more standardized way of modeling workflows as well as a wider range of features to improve readability and efficacy. There are different types of UML diagrams, as I discussed, as I said. So there are several types of UML diagrams, and each one of them serves a different purposes regardless of whether it is being designed before the implementation or after as part of documentation. The two most broad categories that encompasses all other types are behavioral UML diagram and structural UML diagram. Okay, so as the name suggests, some UML diagrams try to analyze and depict the structure of a system or process, whether others describe the behavior of the system, its actors, and its building components. The different types are broken down as follows. So see here, these are the different types of behavioral UML diagram and structural UML diagram. So in the behavioral UML diagram, we are actually, it is activity diagram, okay, use case diagram, so interaction overview diagram, timing diagram, state machine diagram, communication diagram, sequence diagram. So all these diagrams are actually included in the behavioral UML diagram. Whereas in structural UML diagram, it is consisting of class diagram, object diagram, component diagram, composite structure diagram, deployment diagram, package diagram, and profile diagram. So these are the structural UML diagrams. Not all of the 14 different types of UML diagrams are used on a regular basis when documenting systems and or architectures. So the Pareto principle seems to apply in terms of UML diagram usage as well. 20% of the diagrams are being used and 80% of the time by developers. So the most frequently used ones is in software development are use case diagram, class diagram, and sequence diagram. So generally we use these three types of diagrams: use case, class, and sequence diagram. So whenever you will be doing any project, web development project in final year, or if you are doing any project right now, you will see that in your documentation part you will be considering the use case diagram, class diagram, sequence diagram, then data flow diagram, and another one is ER diagram. Okay, so these diagrams you will learn. So see, what is activity diagram? First we will understand what is activity diagram. Okay, so so activity diagrams are probably the most important UML diagrams for doing business process modeling. So whenever we are doing any kind of business process modeling, like developing any kind of software, okay, so in that case we are using the activity diagrams. So in software development, it is generally used to describe the flow of different activities and actions. This can be both sequential and in parallel. They describe the objects used, consumed, or produced by an activity and the relationship between the different activities. All the above are essential in business process modeling. So a process is not focused on what is being produced, but rather on the set of activities that lead to one the other and how they are interconnected with a clear beginning and end. So the example above depicts the set of activities that take place in a content publishing process. So in In a business environment, this is also referred to as business process mapping or business process modeling. The main actors are the author, okay, the editor and the publisher. In the diagram, you can see the diamond shape is used to describe processes that require branching or repetitive process, that is loops. And in this example, one of the loop happens when the reviewer is reviewing the draft and decides that some changes need to be done. The author then revises the drafts and pushes it down the pipeline again for the review to analyze. So see here, this is this is what I am talking. See here, there are three parts, that is author, editor and publisher. Okay. So author, just so see here, author writes post. Okay, first it is writing the post, and after that, see the flow is going on like this. So after writing the post, it is saved to draft. Okay, and also you can revise those drafts. After that, what the editor is doing, editor is actually reviewing the drafts. Okay, editor is reviewing the drafts, and after that, see here. If any changes are required, then it is it is making the changes, and after that, see here, again again the revised draft is posted, and see here, finally review final draft. This is done, sorry, just a second. This is done by the publisher. So publisher, what he is doing, he is reviewing all the final drafts and then publishing the post. Okay, so see here, see here, you can see there is a diamond shape. See here, there are diamond shapes. Okay, so the diamond shapes are used to describe the process that require branching or repetitive process. So see here, these processes are repetitive, that is here receiving drafts and again revising these drafts. This is are forming a loop. Okay, this is actually forming a loop. So whenever you are doing writing any post, okay, you are revising those drafts, you are receiving those drafts and revising again. Here also you can see that there is a loop also. Okay, so here, see, make changes, then the loop is flowing like this, and until the changes are correct, it is revising all the drafts. So that's why here, see, the publisher, here we have put in the publisher part and in the editor part of diamond, it is representing a loop. Okay, and after the finalization of all these things, we are publishing the post. Okay, so that's why everything we are, it is following a pipelining structure. That is, after this it is going on, after this it is going on, in this way it is holding. Okay, this is an activity diagram. We will do some more activity diagrams. Now let's focus on use case diagram. Okay, what is use case diagram? It is actually, use case diagrams are used to describe the relationship between the system and the external world. Okay, so the cornerstone part of the system is the functional requirements that the system fulfills. Use case diagrams are used to analyze systems high level requirements. These requirements are expressed through different use cases. We noticed three main components of this UML diagram. So one is functional requirements. Okay, next is actors, then relationships, and okay, there are system also and associations. Okay, so what are functional requirements? Functional requirements represents represented as use cases, a verb describing an action. Okay, what are actors? Actors actually, basically they interact with the system. An actor can be a human being, or can be a human being, an organization, or just a second, students. So actors actually, they interact with the system, and action can be a human being, an organization, or an internal or external application. So an actor is a role played by a person or organization, other system or a device which interacts with the system by using the use cases. So you can say that the symbol of an actor, there are certain symbols of actor. So see here, if you are representing an actor in the use case diagram, you will represent like this. Okay, see, this is an actor. Okay, next is relationships. Okay, relationships means between it, actually it is a linkage between the actors and the use cases, which is represented using straight arrows. Okay, so the example below, so relationship, actually we are representing using an arrow. And see here, relation, the another one is system, which is not mentioned in this slide. Okay, so what is system? There will be another component, that is system. So what is system? It shows the boundary of the system to be built and is represented by a rectangle. Okay, so whenever we are representing any rectangle, that means it is a system. So let's just see one example. So this is one example. Let's just first see. So the example below depicts the use case UML diagrams for an inventory management system. Okay, so this is an example of inventory management system. So in this case, we have the owner, the supplier, the manager, the inventory clerk, and the inventory inspector. Okay, within the circular container, we express the actions that the actors perform. Such actions are purchasing and paying for the stock, checking stock quality, returning the stock, or distributing it. As you might have noticed, use case UML diagrams are good for showing dynamic behaviors between actors within a system by simplifying the view of the system and not reflecting the details of implementation. So see here, this is an example of inventory management system. Just let me just. Oh.
Of all these alphabets of different symbols. String means we can say the sequence of the symbols or from some alphabet. A string can be denoted with W and the length of the string can be denoted with the W. The length of the string is how many number of alphabets are present in a particular string. Okay.
So see here, see this diagram. All these are the actors. Okay, one is owner, another one is manager, one is inspector, this one is supplier and inventory clerk. Okay, so here see, these are the actors. Now see what are the functions that they perform. Basically the owner, what the owner does is, actually he purchases the stock and he pays for the stock. Okay, so see here, that's why owner is linked with purchase stock and payment for stock. Okay, another next actor is what? Manager. So manager is what? Manager is returning to the stock. Okay, and sorry, this is.
So first one is simple. Next one.
Hello.
Okay. So language is
Hello.
language is, we can say, a collection of all the fields or
Students, am I audible?
chosen from our
Yes, ma'am.
or language is a subset of summation.
I think there was a network connectivity. Okay, let's just give one simple example because there are certain network connectivity issues. Let's just give one simple example of, as we have done library management system. So the decision tree of library management system, DFD of library management system we have done. So let's just take that example only to understand the UML diagram. Okay, so see here, in library management system there are two actors. Okay, one is member.
This program with the principle of C language. So this
Member, this one is member.
different programs are basically called each.
And this one is the librarian. Okay.
Collection of these strings, collection of these programs are basically called as a language, and that means the language means C language.
Librarian.
These programs are basically made a C programming language. Okay, so this is basically the language in case of theory of computation. That language is nothing but a subset, or we can say that a collection of strings that can be chosen.
One is member, another one is librarian. Okay. So here also there are two members present.
How can we use language can be finite or infinite? So suppose a language, suppose they have asked.
One is staff.
A language from an alphabet with the where each and every string should be length of 2. So that means they are actually defining us.
Another one is vendor.
Calculating the strings. Okay, we are calculating the strings, and collection of the strings are basically called as language. But if they ask me to write a language where all the strings are started with A, so
Okay.
suppose the alphabet is A.
So see here, what the functions they perform. Okay. One function is if they can issue any book. Okay. So let's just write issue book as one function.
The string that can be happen like
Issue
A. So there are infinite number of strings can
book.
be generated. So if a language,
This is one operation they can do. Another operation is they can update after issuing the book. They can update the book status. So see here, after that, next is update.
All the strings are basically to strength of 2. So that's why we are actually calculating, putting all the strings, suppose X and Y are our alphabet. So from X and Y, we can make this kind of strings, which makes
Book status.
1, and each and every strings are 2. So here we can make a finite language. Now, if they ask me to write the strings, write the language, but set up all strings started with B. So if that is possible, suppose our alphabet is A. And
next is
so we
they can return the book. Okay.
B. So
if they want,
with B, there can be infinite number of strings that can be happen. So for that, these strings are basically known as, this language are basically known as infinite language. Okay. So this is about the language. Now the next thing is automata. Okay. Suppose in case of language, they have asked me to language is nothing but a collection.
This is return book. Next one is you can give fine if they do not return. Okay. So see here, next operation is compute fine.
Sequence of the alphabet or sequence of the strings actually that has been given that has been given. Okay. Now the automata is derived from a Greek word automata, which means self-acting. And automata we can say it is an abstract self-propelled computing device which follows a particular
compute fine
operations automatically. Now, in case of language, they have given me a string and asked me to.
Another one is deposit fine.
The language or not. So whether the string is part of this language or not. So for that, we must store the language string first in the memory, and also the
deposit
that has been generated in a language that need to be stored in the memory as well. So
fine.
If the language is finite language, then it is possible to store the different string that has been made from the language in the memory. But if it is infinite language, that means a string that has been defined in the
so see here, from issue book, you can move to the update book status. Then also you can, if you return the book, then also you can update the book status. And also the flow is flowing like this. That is, if you have computed the fine, then you can return the book, and after that you can update the book status. Okay. So if anyone has taken the book and has not given the book at the scheduled time, then fine will be imposed to that person. So that's why after computing the fine, they can return the book, and after that it will get updated that yes, he has returned. Suppose a person can avail only 5 books and he has availed all the 5 books, and suppose he has returned, you know that by the end of the semester you need to submit all the books, but suppose a person has submitted only 4 books and 1 book is remaining. Okay. So he, suppose that a date has been extended, sorry, that student has missed the deadline, and you know that if anyone misses the deadline, then he has some kind of fines are imposed to that person. So here suppose he has fine has been imposed for one book. So that's why after computing fine, he will return the book and the status will be updated from 4 to 5. Okay, and this in this way it is working. So from issuing book it is getting updated, from returning book it is getting updated, and also after computing the book it is getting updated. Okay, now let's just link this. So one is member. Okay, member is what? Member is the student. So from member,
we decided that if the sentence is grammatically correct or not. So I am writing a sentence like I will
Okay.
school. So if I writing I will school, that means this is a sentence which actually brought from the English alphabets, but this is not part of language, part of English language, because it is not.
So in this way, all these are connected. Okay. So staff can issue book, staff can return book, and staff can deposit the fine. Similarly, member can issue book, member can return the book, and member can deposit the fine. Okay. So these are the functionalities of member and the staff. Another two actors are librarian and vendor. So see here, what is the relationship between librarian and vendor? So here librarian can place order to the vendor, and vendor will in return supply all the books. Okay. So see here, whenever suppose in library you want a book for in library, you know that for software engineering Rajiv Mall is available. Okay, but you want to avail another book named Pressman, but Pressman is not available in NSHM library. So what you need to do, you just need to put some requisition that I want this Pressman book. So what the librarian will do, that he will place the order to the vendor. The vendor who is supplying all the books to this college campus will give will check whether this book is available or not. If it is available, then in return he will supply the books or lot of books to the librarian. Okay, and you will get the book in by your time. Okay, so see here, that's why librarian can place order. So see here, let's just write place order.
First, we have to put all the strings that are being formed for the language. So from this grammar, we have to make the particular language. Okay. So here, from this language, the minimum string that can be happen.
And another one is supply books.
This is the minimum string that can be happen in grammar. Okay. Now the next strings. Okay. So is we define here as A is equal to A is B. So A is B. So if you write A is equal to A is B. Now put the A's value here in A and B. First we have to put the A's value. So A's value, these are basically the production rule. A is equal to A is B or lambda. That means either A's value is A is B or lambda. So either we can represent A's like this way, or we can represent A's like this way. So these are the production rules. Okay. So in the first case, to create a minimum string from the grammar, we are writing is represented with.
So in this way, they are connected.
Minimum string. Okay.
So let's just enclose it, as we know that this is what? This is the system. So we need to enclose them in a system. So that will be in a rectangle.
Lambda is equal to the minimum, so we can say that A is equal to A is can be represented with AB. So this is the first string. Okay. Now the next string that can happen from this grammar is, now again we are putting the A is in this grammar. A means A B. A and now
Okay. So in this way it is forming. So this is a sample use case diagram for a part of library. So is it clear, students? Is it clear? Sample use case diagram. Students, anyone having any doubt? Respond.
This way, we are putting the value of A, first A, putting the A is B value, A is B, A is B, all the value. Now A cube, B cube, and putting the A cube and B cube, putting the A value lambda. If we putting the A lambda is equal to 1, that means Okay, so this way we can actually generate it is equal to A over A, B for A. This is actually the string that
So let me download the attendance list. So we will be doing some more use case diagrams in the next class. So as of now, I am closing this session. If anyone is having any doubt, he or she can ask. Otherwise, I am assuming that you all have understood the concepts. Yes.
ম্যাম একবার একটা স্ক্রিনশট নেব
হ্যাঁ কি আরেকবার বলো স্ক্রিনশট নেবে
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম
always simple. This is one grammar that has been made from this one. This is one language that has been made from this grammar is ASB language with the help of two production rules. One production rule is ASB.
এগুলো স্ট্রেট লাইন হবে হ্যাঁ এগুলো সব স্ট্রেট লাইন আমি হাতে করছি বলে বেঁকে গেছে but whenever you will do you will just put straight line because in lab you need to do in exam you will be given MS Word and in that MS Word you need to put the arrows put the straight lines okay so by hand দেখা তারা হতে পারে কিন্তু hello 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 am I audible
ইয়েস ম্যাম
তো যখন করবে তোমরা সবসময় ওই এমএস ওয়ার্ড এর স্টেপস গুলো নিয়ে করো ওকে so okay students so with this no time closing this session if anyone is having any doubt then they can ask me in the next session that is I will have next class from 1 so we will again continue the concepts of use case diagram and class diagram in the next class okay so thank you students now you can do
now putting age value in there putting age value is equal to putting b age value b taking this production rule BAC now b